is an Italy team that's got a lot of names, a lot of young talent, and a Hall of Famer at the helm.
Yeah, one thing to tie this into with Mike Piazza, you mentioned some of the names, and we've seen this from Team Italy, a mixture of Italian Americans playing, but there's a big investment here in what kind of identity they have back to the country of Italy. They spent the offseason heading over there, and they have got a good lineup headlined by that man right there, Vinny Pasquantino. I cannot wait to watch this guy.
Matt Harvey, just 33 years old, and a guy who's one of the most electric arms in all of baseball. You're thinking, wait a second, that Matt Harvey? And it is indeed that Matt Harvey. 0-2 left side, that's through. First and second on back-to-back hits to start things out of the 8 and 9 spots for Cuba. We'll go back to the top of the order with nobody out in the third. So with 2 out, it remains second and third for Luis Robert Jr.
All Luis Robert's thinking about right now is to see something in the middle of the plate. He's going to be swinging here. If he sees something in the middle of the plate.
There it is, and he bounces it out to short. Quick and clean pick by David Fletcher, and Vinny Pasquantino doing the stretch on the back end as Matt Harvey wriggles out of the jams. We move into the bottom of the fourth inning. The St. Louis Cardinals, Andre Pallante will take over on the pitcher's mound. Pallante made his big league debut April 10th of last year. So with the leadoff man aboard on the first pitch, it brings up Yoenis Cespedes. Cespedes grounded out to short, the last of the first 5 outs in a row recorded by Harvey, and the only out here is going to be on the lead runner, Despagne. That was a tricky play for Miles Mastrobuoni. He was shifted to the third base side of the bag, so trying to come in and make the play there, he had to cut across the bag.
Now, one thing with Pallante, ability to do that, get ground balls all day long. 63% ground ball rate. That's a ground ball double play. Quick inning.
6-4-3 wraps up the fourth.
See Jose Rodriguez coming on. Locals only pitched in Cuba 10 seasons.
Right into the fire against Vinny Pasquantino.
Coming up here with runners on.
Side through for a base hit. Vinny Pasquantino has his first knock of the Classic as Sal Frelick will hold at second. And it's first and second, 1 gone as Italy tries to get on the board first. So a big opportunity now for Dominic Fletcher, the Arizona Diamondbacks number 17 prospect. 1-0, roped to right, that's down for a base hit. Rounding third base is Frelick. He'll get a late stop sign, and the bases are loaded for Italy. And it was a good thing as well, as Lorenzo Quintana would have had that throw in way more than enough time. But 3 knocks in the inning for a team that had 2 coming into the 6th, and the bases juiced for Brett Sullivan. Swing and a fly ball out into right. Moving to the alleyway, Guibert there to put it away. Tagging at third, Sal Frelick will score easily. Pasquantino into third. It's a run-scoring sacrifice fly for Brett Sullivan, and Italy has the lead in the 6th, 1-0.
Not trying to do too much. Brett Sullivan, sac fly is so easy to come swinging out of your shoes when you see a fastball up.
Vinny Nizzoli takes over on the pitcher's mound for Italy as we move into the bottom of the 6th, and he's looking to protect the lead. It's 1-0. Luis Robert Jr., a slow start through 2 games. 1 for 6 to get things started here in Taiwan. The guy who has played a lot of really good games with the Chicago White Sox in his short major league career. Is a runner-up for the American League the Rookie of the Year award back in 2020, the pandemic shortened season. He's gone on strikes here now, 1 for 7 to start this World Baseball Classic. Going to work against Alfredo Despagne, who had his first hit of the Classic back in the 4th. 3-2, a called strike 3 at the knees at 91. And back-to-back strikeouts to start the night. Cespedes reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. He is 0 for 2, grounded out to short in the 2nd. And a grounder out to short again. 1-2-3, inning over. Ivan Moinelo, a member of the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks,
And this tells you how much this game means to Cuba. This win, have to go 1-1. You don't want to be in a situation where you're 0-2, bringing out a guy like Munello when you are behind. I know it's a close game, but for Cuba, there is no tomorrow. This is a must-win. It has to stay 1-0. Where's this guy from?
1-2. Lifted out to left. Cespedes in pursuit, reaching out on the warning track and can't bring it in. Rounding third base, here comes Nicky Lopez. He's in to score, and Italy doubles its lead. It's 2-0 in the top of the seventh.
Mastrobuoni's guessing correct on that fastball. Selling out and hit that ball to left field. Cespedes just couldn't quite get it. Probably lost a step or two. Sudden Italy get the second run.
And just a group that has not been able to get it together as of yet as Risbel Arrubarena leads things off. Just 3 hits tonight for Cuba, 3 hits yesterday in the early game in that 4-2 loss to the Netherlands. Trying to get Arrubarena to start the seventh. And the 3-2 is tagged to center, and that's down for a base hit, and it gets all the way past Deluzio to the wall. Flying around second base, Arrubarena will dig for third. He's got himself a leadoff triple in the seventh. So the tying run now at the plate for Cuba. And the pitch grounded out through the middle, a base hit. And Cuba is onto the board. An RBI single for Lorenzo Quintana. And it is a 1-run game in the bottom of the seventh.
And here comes Cuba.
Here comes Yoan Moncada with the tying and go-ahead runs on base. And a swing and a miss by Yoan Moncada. And Joe LaSorsa roars to his dugout on the third base side as he snuffs out the Cuba rally. Another thing that comes into play here, these two have probably not worked together a whole lot.
But when you haven't faced these guys before, you're kind of on the fence as to what pitches to go with here.
And another one escapes off the glove of Quintana. And the second pitch to the backstop this inning puts 2 in scoring position. Left side, oh, what a diving catch by Yoan Moncada. Yoan Moncada saving the night, perhaps, for Cuba. So 2 outs, and the guy who scored the only run for Cuba tonight, Risbel Arrubarena, into the batter's box. And he drives this one down the right field line, slicing toward the stripe. It's fair, and we're all tied up.
Look, he needs to get 6 cups of water right there. Look at the big fella.
Extra runner out at second base. Do you bunt? Runner off with the pitch, and he's just going to snipe third. Sal Frelick, seeing that Yoan Moncada was drawn in, anticipating the bunt, just thought, all right, I'll just take it then. Long levers as he kicks and comes home on 1-2, and a liner back up the middle into center field. Italy's back into the lead. Don Valenti comes through, an RBI single. Italy 3 and Cuba 2. And a new arm into the game for Cuba is the right-hander Onelki Garcia. And Fletcher charges one out to right center field, and that's going to get past Guibert and all the way to the wall. Here comes Valenti around third. He will score. Cuba trying to avoid an ignominious start of 0-2. 2-2. Up the middle and into center field for a base hit. In to score is Fletcher. His brother David around third. He will score. Nicky Lopez comes through. It's a 4-run top of the 10th and a 6-2 lead for Mike Piazza's team. Italy is 1 out away from clinching its first win of the 2023 Classic. As Grazial lifts one to center. Ben DeLuzio is there, and Italy knocks off Cuba for a monster Game 1 win for the Azzurri.